Hello and welcome to Game 2 of the Commonwealth Coast Conference doubleheader between Salve Regina University and Wentworth Institute of Technology. Caitlin Pettinger puts the ball in play. And reaches first base. On the infield hit. This is Game 2. Leopards won the opener 4-2 in 9 innings. Both teams were scoreless through 8 innings. Seahawk head coach Shauna Mulcairn in her first season, requesting a consult between the umpires, Jeffrey Brewer and Donald Kamara. That consultation is taking place right now. Seahawks had 7 errors in the opener. That's a line hit in the gap by Brianna Beverly. Slowed down by Rubino. It's going to reach the fence. Cepatelli brings it up in right field, and it's a triple. So after getting to 9 innings before scoring their first run, the Leopards have their first run in the first inning.
Now batting, number 5, Alexandra Pino.
Alex Kelly was the pitcher for the Seahawks in the opener. Isabel Michaud, her classmate, pitching here in the nightcap. We are underway just after 6 o'clock. The earlier game did begin before 4 o'clock, began at 3:48 p.m., but because it went extra innings, it went beyond a 6 o'clock starting time for Game 2. That's grounded to Strasser at shortstop. She makes the play to Packer at first for the first out. Pina retired 6-3. Beverly holds at third base.
Now batting, number 35, Aurora Wilks.
Aurora Wilks at the plate. She is the first baseman. She played first base last game. She went 0 for 5 in the contest, but was at the plate in a 4-run 9th inning. Reached on an error. 2 runs came home on that infield error. That's grounded to Capetter at third. In time to catch Wilks at first. She boxed it, kept it in front, and then made the play. We do have a sun setting in right field, just beyond the Tennis Hall of Fame here in Newport, Rhode Island. That is on Bellevue Avenue. We are situated between Freebody Street and Middleton Avenue at Toppa Field. 2 outs, Beverly still on third. That's bounced foul by DeMedeiros. DeMedeiros was the designated player in the opener. She is now the pitcher for the Leopards. So we'll see her in the circle after this half inning. That's up the middle, Strasser with it. Over to Packer for the out. Side retired. 1 run on 1 hit. 1 error and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Wentworth. Drew Sepatelli leading off for the Seahawks in the bottom of the first. Salve Regina trailing 1-0 to Wentworth Institute of Technology. Sepatelli playing right field in this game. She was the left fielder the entire game and the leadoff batter in the opener. Sepatelli went 1 for 4 in that contest, 2 strikeouts, a grounded a third in the 6th inning, and then a single in the 8th. She's in a 0-2 hole here. Seahawks had runners at 2nd and 3rd in their 8th of a scoreless game and unable to produce the winning run. The Leopards scored 4 runs in their 9th inning. Seahawks scored 2 runs in their 9th inning. Final score was 4-2. Pitch up. Evens count at 2-2. DeMedeiros making her 11th start of the season. It is her 14th appearance. She is 6-3 on the year with a .317 earned run average. This is the 60th meeting all-time between Wentworth and Salve Regina in softball. After the Game 1 decision, Salve still leads the all-time series 51-8. That's lined into left field. Fair ball. It gets through the left fielder, Pattinger. Sepatelli touches second, and she'll stay there. So it'll be a single and an error, putting Sepatelli on second with the leadoff. Seahawks did not get their first hit in the opener until the 5th inning. That's grounded to Packer. She is out 5-3 on the play. Higgins to Wilks.
Now batting number 16, Christina Braid.
Christina Braid at the plate. She had an RBI single in the 9th inning of Game 1. One out with Sepatelli on third. Seahawks trail 1-0. Bottom of the 1st inning, Game 2. That's ripped foul between Sepatelli on the third base bag and Seahawk head coach Shona Mulcairn. The lights are on here at Toppa Field as the sun is setting over in the deep right field beyond the Tennis Hall of Fame. Seahawks and Leopards playing on Friday, April 15, 2022. First time they've met since 2019, 3 years ago. Up the middle and through. Another RBI single for Christina Braid.
Now batting number 24, Maddie Capetta.
Brings up the third baseman, Maddie Capetta. That's popped in the air. First base side, Wilks under it. Catches in front of the Seahawk dugout for out number 2.
Now batting number 4, Emily Lane.
The designated player in game 1 and now in game 2, Emily Lane at the plate. She bats from the right side, hit her first collegiate home run at Babson on Wednesday. That had put the Seahawks in front of the Beavers in the middle innings. Babson went on to score some runs late, ended up with a 13-5 victory in game 2 after winning the opener 3-0. 1-1 pitch. Up and away. Braid looking to steal second. She does. So she has an RBI single and now a stolen base. She's in scoring position for Emily Lane. Lane with a chance to give her Seahawks a lead. They were scoreless through 8 innings of the opener. Wentworth scored 4 runs in the top of the 9th. Seahawks scored 2. Final score 4-2. Count now full on the Seahawk designated player from Tinton Falls, New Jersey. And she takes ball 4. Brings up Seahawks center fielder Francesca Rubino.
Now batting number 55, Francesca Rubino.
Two outs, 2 on for number 55. She continues to make outstanding plays in center field for the Seahawks, saving lots of runs. And her bat is coming alive as well. She had a single in the opener. Twice she flew out to her counterpart, Pina, in center field. 1-1 count now. That's foul to the backstop, 1-2. That's lined into right field. Fair ball. Extra bases for Rubino. Braid scores. And Lane follows her to the plate. It's a 2-run triple for Francesca Rubino. 3-1 Seahawks. Brings up the Seahawks shortstop, Sophia Straza. Straza getting her first action of the day. And made 2 plays in the field in the first inning. She goes to left field, back. What a catch by Pattinger as she runs into the fence. Saving more runs, but the Seahawks score 3 runs in the bottom of the first. They lead 3-1. We'll head to the second. Kaylee Higgins lead off for the Leopards in the top of the second inning. They trail for the first time today. Both teams scoring in the first inning of game 2. 1 for the Leopards, 3 for the Seahawks. Swinging a foul tip off the pitch from Isabel Michaud. Seahawk pitcher gave up an unearned run in the first inning. Got around a triple, stranded Beverly at third base. As that pitch is fouled, lands foul. Top of the second inning, 3-1, Salve Regina leads over Wentworth. The Leopards won the opener 4-2 in 9 innings. As number 42 bats as the leadoff batter. Higgins, the third baseman, pops that in the infield. And Michaud calls it, makes the catch. Isabel Michaud got her first collegiate victory and a start at Roger Williams on Sunday afternoon. Brings up the second baseman, Harstick. Sabrina Harstick, a senior from Bellingham, Massachusetts, attended Milford High School. That's up the middle and through, a base hit.
Now batting, number 88, Jess Rhode.
Rowe at the plate, Jessica Rowe, a shortstop, fouls the first pitch off. She wears number 88. One out and one on. Rowe from Yardley, Pennsylvania. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. Isabel Michaud, 2-2. That's lined through the left side. Quickly picked up by Kendall Dupre, but another base hit for the Leopards. Back to back for Harstick and now Rowe. Higgins led off with a popper to the pitcher.
Now batting, number 37, Caitlin Howe.
Caitlin Howe had a pinch hit single in the opener. Her only appearance there. She is the designated player in this game for the Leopards. Two on for Caitlin Howe. Number 37 is a freshman from Bow, New Hampshire. That's a 2-0 count in her favor. And that pitch is slapped. Foul for strike one. Isabel Michaud delivers. That's bounced to the right side. Packer will take it unassisted to the bag at first base. That's in that sunspot on the right side of the screen. So 2 down. Both runners advance. Harstick to third, Rowe to first base. Second base. Brings up Pettinger, the left fielder, who made a sensational catch running full steam to the left field fence to end the bottom of the first inning after the Seahawks had scored 3 runs. Caitlin Pettinger. Junior from Bud Lake, New Jersey. That pitch bounces away from Bean. She can't find it. And it'll be a wild pitch run score. Run in for the Leopards in this inning. That's Harsick scoring from third on the wild pitch. Pettinger with a chance to tie the score. It's 3-2 now. 2 outs. Rowe on third base. And ball 4 to Pettinger. I would gather she'll be running with runners now at the corners. Brings up Brianna Beverly, the catcher. (3-2) the score. Seahawks on top. Leopards batting with runners at the corners. Pettinger jumps off first base. First pitch a ball to Beverly. She had an RBI triple in the first inning, batting here in the second. Her triple went to right center. Rubino had a triple herself. It scored 2 runs for the Seahawks. Nice pitch off speed by Michaud. Gets the swing and a miss. And a call strike there. Froze Beverly on that inside pitch. That's grounded left side and through. Base hit ties the score, 3-3.
Now batting number 5, Alexandra.
Pettinger down to second. And Rowe scoring the tying run. 3-3 the score here in the top of the second. That's line to Straja. She gloves it for the final out. Side retired. But 2 runs on 3 hits for the Leopards. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 3-3. Kendall Dupre leading off at the plate for the Seahawks. She played right field as the flex position in the opener. Did not bat. Now playing left field in game 2 and batting in the number 8 spot for the Seahawks. On deck, Chloe Bean, the catcher, and then back to the top of the order, Drew Sepatelli. Seahawks and Leopards in a tie game. Nothing unusual there. Only the fact that it's 3-3 in the second inning. The teams were scoreless through 8 innings of the opener before the Leopards finished with a 4-2 final in 9 innings. 2-1 count on Kendall Dupre. That's to center field. Pina back and now in. Makes the catch going to her left for out number 1. One out for Chloe Bean, Seahawk catcher. She bounces that. Third base, Higgins. Strong throw to Wilks for out number 2. To the top of the order we go for Drew Sepatelli.
Now batting number 7, Drew Sepatelli.
And Sepatelli's ball is caught in foul territory by Pettinger, the left fielder, coming a good distance to catch that and then running to the dugout for the final out. Seahawks go 1-2-3 in the second. We are 3-3 heading to the third. First baseman Aurora Wilks leads off in the top of the third inning. First pitch swinging, she sends it to the gap in right center field. It's through for a hit. Extra bases for the first baseman. She's on second with a leadoff double.
Now batting number 21, Kayla DeMedeiros.
The pitcher DeMedeiros batting. She grounds it to the left side. Straza able to hold Wilks at the bag at second.
Now batting number 42, Kaylee Higgins.
6-3 on the play. One out for Higgins, the third baseman. So Wilks was swinging at the first pitch. She launched a double into right center. DeMedeiros grounds to Strasser at shortstop. Nice stop by Chloe Bean, the Seahawk catcher. Count now 2-0 on Higgins. She popped to Michaud in the second inning, leading off that inning. Pops this in the air on the left side, and it's third baseman Maddie Capetta making the catch for out number 2.
Now batting number 13, Sabrina Harstick.
Brings up the second baseman, Sabrina Harstick. Two down. Wilks, the leadoff batter of this inning, with the double on second base still. Michaud done a nice job. That's grounded to Straza. She stays low on it. Throws over to Packer. 6-3. So after the leadoff double, Michaud gets 3 straight Leopards. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 3-3 here at Toppa Field. Lauren Packer leads off for the Seahawks in the bottom of the third inning. And she takes a ball up high. Packer bounced to Higgins in the first inning at third base. Tries to check her swing, but fouls it. Evens the count at 1-1. Call strike there. De Medeiros was 0 for 2 at the plate in this game, now pitching in her third inning. She gave up 3 runs in the first, and then had a 1-2-3 inning in the second. Gets the leadoff batter, Lauren Packer, on a swinging strike as she loses her bat down the third base line. Strike 3 to Packer, out 1 for the Leopards. Christina Braid had an RBI single and a stolen base, and then scored a run in the first inning. That's grounded to Rhode at short. She makes the throw to Wilks at first for out number 2. Brings up Maddie Capetta. Capetta popped to first base. In the first inning. That's lifted high and drifting out of play. Actually, that is not out of play, I don't think. No, that line is. I'm looking at football lines down there, but that is the softball line out of play. That's to right field. It's over the head of Hutchinson, and it'll be extra bases for Capetta. She's at second with a stand-up double. So she goes the opposite way with it
Now batting number 4, Emily Lane.
for a double. Second extra base hit of this game for the Seahawks. Fourth hit overall. Three the score. Emily Lane takes a cut and fouls that pitch. In the first inning, Lane drew a walk and then came around on Rubino's triple. That's to left field. Pettinger there for the final out, just like she did in the first inning. And she keeps the Seahawks from scoring in this inning. No runs, one hit. No errors, one left. We are still even at 3-all as we head to the fourth inning here at Toppa Field. So a correction to the score here. We'll have to go back into the live stats to make some correction. Francesca Rubino's, we thought, had a triple. It was a ground rule double, and that brought Emily Lane back to third base. She did not score on the play. Rubino with a ground rule double. We'll have to make some edits there. We now have a new pitcher for the Seahawks. It is Maddie Fluke from Douglas, Massachusetts, senior. Fluke pitching here in the fourth with the visiting Leopards ahead 3-2. So the Seahawks did have a 2-1 lead after the first inning, their first lead of the day. We thought it was 3 runs in. And Fluke strikes out the first batter she faces. It's Jessica Rowe down swinging.
batting number
Maddie Fluke pitching for the first time in 2022. Giving the Seahawk much needed depth in their pitching ranks. She now faces Caitlin Howe, the designated player. Howe bounced to Packer unassisted in the second inning. That's in the air, in the gap. Howe looking for three. Here's the throw from Braid. In time! The relay, 8-4-5. Gets Howe, trying to stretch it to a triple.
Now batting number 10, Caitlin Pettinger.
So it's a double, then 8-4-5 on the putout for out number 2. Base is empty for the top of the order, Pettinger. It was well hit by Howe. But Rubino traced it down, threw a strike to Braid, and Braid threw a strike to Capetta. That's a liner, one hopper to Straza. Quick throw to Packer, side retired. So it's a little bit of a way to a 1-2-3. And the Seahawks will head to the bottom of the third inning, trailing by 1 here at Toppa Field. 3-2 the score. Leading off bottom of the fourth inning for Salve Regina is center fielder Francesca Rubino. Her rip down the line in right field in the first inning was turned into a ground rule double. She pops out to right field here, leading off the fourth inning for out number 1.
Now batting number 22, Sophia Straza.
Base is empty for Sophia Straza. She's done a nice job at shortstop for the Seahawks in game 2. She lined out to left fielder Pettinger, who made a sensational play going away from the infield to make that grab for the final out of the first inning, denying the Seahawks more runs. We thought they had 3 at the time, only 2, and then the Leopards added 2 more in their second inning to take the lead, retake the lead. 1 out, nobody on, 1-1 count. Number 22 taps it foul. As number 21, the pitcher, DiMedeiros, wearing sunglasses behind her mask. The sun is starting to drop out in right field. Count now 2-2 on 22. Kendall Dupre on deck. That's tapped to the left side. Shortstop Rowe with the throw to Wilks for out number 2. So the
Now batting number 14, Kendall Dupre.
batter is Kendall Dupre. One count on Dupre. Base is empty. Pitch up high for a ball, 2-1. Rubino started the inning with a fly ball to Hutchinson in right field. She's now wearing a jacket as the temperature is dropping. And Straza grounded to her counterpart at shortstop, Jessica Rowe. Count now 2-2. Dupre flew out to center fielder Pena in the second inning, leading off that frame. She grounds it to Rowe. Backhand throw over to Wilks for another 6-3 play. A 1-2-3 inning for the Leopards in the field. They'll come to bat into the 5th with a 3-2 lead. Maddie Fluke back to the circle here as the Seahawks take to the field and the Leopards come back to the plate. Wentworth leading Salve Regina by a score of 3-2. That pitch is ripped foul just to the foul side of the first base bag by number 1, Brianna Beverly. She's the catcher. She's 2 for 2 in this game. Had 1 hit in the opener, 1 for 5. Now with a triple and a single in this game. First time she's facing Maddie Fluke. Fluke with her first appearance of 2022. Ahead in the count on Beverly, 1-2. Fluke struck out first batter she faced, Jessica Rowe, then gave up a double, but her defense with Rubino, Braid, and Capetta got Rowe out trying to turn that double into a triple. Backhand by Braid. Not in time. Beverly with some good speed and a leadoff single.
Now batting, number 5, Alexandra Pina.
Top of the 5th inning, Wentworth leading 3-2. And the Leopards' leading hitter, Allie Pina, at the plate. Pina came into today's game batting .424 on the season. That included 14 doubles. She added to that today. She now has 15. 1 triple and 1 home run for number 5, the senior from Cumberland, Rhode Island. That's to right field. Cepatelli chases it. It falls in. And it's a double for Pena, her 16th of the season. Brings up the first baseman, Wilks. Nobody out in the 5th inning.
Aurora Wilks.
Leopards lead the Seahawks 3-2. Batting in the top of the 5th. Fluke's first pitch, low and inside to Wilks. Aurora Wilks. Has a double as a leadoff batter in the 3rd. She was stranded there at second as Isabel Michaud retired the last 3 batters she faced after that leadoff double by Wilks in the 3rd. That's to center field. Back goes Rubino. She makes a great catch! Could be 2 if they get it to second. It is a double play! Outstanding catch by Francesca Rubino and turns it into a double play. Another one for the highlight reel for the Seahawks sophomore center fielder.
Now batting, number 21, Kayla Demetrios.
The play goes 8 on the fly ball put out, then 6 to 6 and 4 covering the bag at second. And that's a soft liner off the bat of DeModeiros, the pitcher, for the final out. 8-6-4 DP. And Pina caught off second base for the double play. Hope to bring you that highlight if we can. Bring it down here. Since it was centered in the middle of the field, let's see how this goes. As Maddie Fluke pitching. Long drive to center field. Rubino laying out, able to hang on to the ball into Straza. Over to Packer covering the bag at first base for the double play. Sensational job done by the Seahawks. And then the line out to Braid. She does get in on the defensive action for the final play. So 8-6-3 on the double play. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-2 Wentworth. Chloe Bean leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Seahawks. They trail by 1. 3-2 the score, but it could be more as Francesca Rubino and her Seahawk teammates turned in an amazing double play. Bean to the left side. Higgins on a short hop. Throws to Wilks for out number 1.
Now batting number 7, Drew Sepatelli.
So 5-3 on Chloe Bean. Back to the top of the order for the Seahawks. It's Drew Sepatelli. She has a single and a run scored in the first. Pop foul to left field. It's a 1-run game. 3-2 the score. Leopards leading the Seahawks. Bottom of the fifth. Salve Regina batting. 1 out, bases empty. Drew Sepatelli with a 2-0 count. The pitch from DeMedeiros in there for a called strike. That's tapped, and it'll be picked up foul by Beverly behind home plate. Sepatelli gets it to Higgins. It bounces off her glove, and Sepatelli will be safe. 2-2. Pitch grounded to the left side. And Sepatelli reaches on the E5. One out. Seahawks have a runner on first base. Packer at the plate. The Seahawks senior first baseman swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Three runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for the Leopards. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Seahawks. Salve Regina did make 7 errors in game 1. But both teams were scoreless through 8. 2 errors in the 9th inning led to unearned runs against the Seahawks. Leopards won the opener 4-2. Pass to the left side. It gets through to Rhode. She makes the force at second to get Sepatelli for out number 2. Packer safe on the fielder's choice. 6-4 on the play. Nice job by Rhode getting that lead runner. 6-4 on the force. Brings up Christina Braid. She had an RBI single in the first inning, stole a base, and scored a run. She put the Seahawks in the lead when she crossed the plate. Emily Lane did come in behind her, but she was sent back to third base as the base hit by Francesca Rubino was ruled a ground rule double. That's to right field. It's going to land. Around third comes Packer. She ties the score at 3. And into third with a triple this time is Christina Braid. Tie score, 3-3.
Now batting number 24, Maddie Capetta.
So the Seahawks have the go-ahead run now at third base in Christina Braid with Maddie Capetta at the plate. She fouls off the first pitch she sees. Packer scoring all the way from first base. It's an unearned run as the E5 had let Sepatelli reach base. That's to right field. Hutchinson, trouble with it. It lands. Seahawks go ahead. Capetta into second. We know the wind is giving fielders trouble out there. That's going to go in as an E9.
Now batting number 4, Emily Lane.
Seahawks back in the lead, 4-3. And that's caught by Rhode just beyond the pitcher's circle in front of second base for the final out. But the Seahawks score 2 runs and now take a 4-3 lead. We head to the top of the 6th. It's 4-3 Salve Regina. Maddie Fluke manicures her pitcher's circle, along with her teammates, infield teammates gathered with her. And Africa from Toto playing as her introduction
Now
song.
batting number 42, Kaylee Higgins.
Top of the 6th inning. Seahawks now in the lead, 4-3, as Higgins, the batter, number 42, the third baseman, swings and misses the first pitch from Maddie Fluke. Second pitch up high, 1-1. First time Higgins has faced Maddie Fluke, who came on in the 4th. And she's had some great defense, erasing base runners. A double by Howe. Got caught trying to stretch it to a triple. And then a double play after Francesca Rubino chased on a long line drive by Wilks to center field. She turned that into a double play, erasing Pina from the bag at second. Pina had earlier doubled. Count now full on the leadoff batter here in the 6th inning. Seahawks with a 4-3 lead. And up high for ball 4. Kaylee Higgins with the leadoff walk. First walk issued by Maddie Fluke in 2022.
Now batting number 13, Sabrina Harstick.
She's given up 3 hits in her 2 innings of work, but no runs. That bunt by Harstick was ruled foul. She contacted it in the batter's box. Gets that down. Capetta with it. Over to Christina Braid covering the bag. 5-4 on the sacrifice for Harstick. Out number one. And Higgins down to second base.
88, Jess Rowe.
Jess Rowe, Yardley, Pennsylvania, the shortstop, batting against Maddie Fluke. Gloved by Capetta. She's going to get a rundown. And no out made, but runner back to second is Higgins. Fielder's choice for Rowe. She's safe at first with one out. Higgins at second.
Now batting number 37, Caitlin Howe.
Brings up the designated player, Caitlin Howe. She doubled in her last at bat. Got caught trying to stretch it to a triple with Rubino, Braid, and Capetta on the relay. Swings and misses there, 1-1. One out, that was a sacrifice bunt by Harstick from Capetta to Braid. That's back to Fluke. She'll get the out at first. Runners move along. 1-3 on Caitlin Howe. To the top of the order we go. For Pettinger. 2 down, runners at second and third. Higgins on third, Rowe on second. Pettinger at the plate, a 1-0 count. Good rip, but a foul. Pettinger scored a run in the first inning, reached on an error there. Walked in the second, then grounded to Sophia Straza. That ended the fourth. That's a hard foul to the left side out of play. Some good contact from Pettinger. Caitlin Pettinger, she's made some fine defensive plays out in left field as well for the Leopards. That ball bounces, but nice stop by Chloe Bean. 4-3 the score. Seahawks on top of the Leopards. Leopards with runners on second and third. Maddie Fluke with the 2-2 pitch to Pettinger. That's fouled out of play. It's a Friday night, April 15, Good Friday. And it's another close ball game between the Seahawks and the Leopards. Maddie Fluke, 2 outs, 2 on, 2-2 count to Pettinger. Up high. Count now full. First base is open. The glare from the sun now not impacting the broadcast. That's slash foul. Good rips by, the outfielder from Yardley, Pennsylvania. Sorry about that. Caitlin Pettinger is from Bud Lake, New Jersey. I was stuck on Jessica Rowe. Jessica Rowe is standing on second base. 2-2. Into the outfield. Rubino under it for the final out. Side retired with no runs and no hits. No errors, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Seahawks 3, Leopards 2. And Francesca Rubino, who's been some defensive highlight film all by herself. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Seahawks. Salve Regina leads Wentworth 4-3. Scoring 2 runs in the 5th inning. That's up the middle. Nice diving stop by
Now batting number 33, Kylie Lanteri.
Rubino ruled out at first. Nice play by Jess Rowe. 6-3 on the play. And a pinch hitter for the Seahawks is going to be Kylie Lanteri. She's batting for Sophia Straza. Lanteri. So 1 out on the Rubino ground out. Nice play by Jess Rowe. Lanteri, the pinch hitter, here in the bottom of the 6th. Base is empty. Lanteri lifts that in the air. Right center field. Hutchinson unable to make it. It falls in for an E9.
Now batting number 14, Kendall Dupree.
And that puts Lanteri on first with 1 out. The batter is Kendall Dupre. Seahawk left fielder in this game. Takes ball 1 outside. Dupre 0 for 2. Flew out to center field in the second and grounded to shortstop Rhode in the fourth. That pitch bounces in. Count runs to 2-1 on Kendall Dupre. Senior outfielder. She's worked everywhere on the field for the Seahawks. Behind the plate as a catcher, second base. She goes to second base and through for a base hit. Up the middle for Kendall Dupre. Puts Lanteri on second. Dupre on first for Chloe Bean with one out. That's to center field. Lanteri does not tag as Bean flies out to Pina in straightaway center field. Lanteri and Dupre stay on their bags to bring up Drew Cepitelli with 2 outs.
Now batting number 7, Drew Cepitelli.
Kayla DiMedeiros, a graduate student from South Dartmouth, Massachusetts, looking to get out of this 2-out trouble. First pitch is away to Cepitelli, 1-0. Cepitelli lines it off DiMedeiros, and there'll be no play. It'll be a base hit. And they'll run out and get a check on DiMedeiros after taking that liner off the bat of Cepitelli. Bases are loaded for Lauren Packer. Two outs, bases loaded. Lanteri on third, Dupre on second. And now Cepitelli on first base with her single. 2 hits in the inning. Lanteri reached on an error. Dupre followed with a single up the middle. And Cepitelli did the same, although that got a piece of DiMedeiros in the circle. Lauren Packer, the batter. Big chance to break the game open for the Seahawks. They lead 4-3, batting in the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded with 2 outs. First pitch up high to Packer, 1-0. She reached on a fielder's choice and scored last inning. Takes that pitch at the letters for strike 1, 1-1. Packer batting in the number 2 spot in both games. Into the outfield. It's shallow and falling, but making a great grab is Pina, the center fielder. Defensive highlights on both sides. We'll head to the 7th. Salve Regina leading 4-3. Brianna Beverly will be the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th inning as the Leopards trail 4-3. Maddie Fluke needing 3 more outs to get the Seahawks in with a win and a split of this doubleheader. Leopards won the opener 4-2. And they trail 4-3 here. Seahawks looking for the split. Lead the overall series 51-8. This is the 60th all-time meeting between the two schools in softball. All of them have been Commonwealth Coast matchups. Fluke, in her first pitching appearance of 2022, came on in the 4th inning. Starter Isabel Michaud. This is to Sepatelli and right. And it's a single through the right side for the leadoff batter. Beverly on first base. Nice try by Sepatelli to get the out at the bag. Not in time. Brings up Alexandra Pina to left field. Back it goes. Over Dupre's head. Into Straza. Throw not in time. It's a double for Pina. Her 3rd double of the day, 17th of the season. So back-to-back hits off of Maddie Fluke. Puts the tying run on 3rd and the go-ahead run on 2nd. With nobody out here in the 7th inning. First baseman Aurora Wilks at the plate. She was robbed of extra bases and RBI when Francesca Rubino went back for her line drive in center field, made the catch, and then got up and turned it into a double play. Seahawks could use that now, and that came after an Alexandra Pina double. They doubled off Pina at 2nd. That's fouled. Back to the backstop. 1-1 the count on Wilks. She does have a double in the game. She's 1 for 3. Up high for a ball. Fluke with the 2-1. Just misses outside. 3-1 on Wilks. She's followed by Kayla DiMedeiros, the pitcher, who bats in the number 5 spot. And ball 4. Loads the bases here in the 7th inning, which gives the Seahawk defense a force at any base. They certainly want to go home first to prevent the tying run from scoring from 3rd. First pitch to DiMedeiros misses. 1-0. That's line up the middle, through, a base hit. It's 1 run in. It's a tie score as Rubino gets it in quickly. 4-4. Still nobody out here in the 7th inning. 3 hits and a walk have produced a tying run. Bases still loaded. DiMedeiros on first, Wilks on second, Pina on third, as Beverly crossed the plate with the tying run. Kaylee Higgins is the batter due up, the third baseman. But we'll have a pinch runner for Wilks first. And it'll be number 16, and that is Abby Morin. She did the same in game 1 for the pitcher, then Hancock. So Abby Morin, the pinch runner, takes second base for Wilks. Number 16, pinch runner. Wilks will likely re-enter defensively. So the Seahawk conference on the mound is ended. We have a tie score of 4-4. And a first pitch in there, a called strike to Kaylee Higgins. And we have probably non-copyrighted music vocal group. That's back to Fluke. Not in time to come home. It'll go in as a fielder's choice RBI. For Higgins. And a 5-4 lead for the visitors. That's the second base. Braid throws it home, but it's wide. Run scores.
Now batting number 88, Jess Rowe.
So Harstick reaches on the fielder's choice, and the run scores on the error. Still nobody out. Rowe at the plate. That's popped in the air, foul and out of play. 6 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors now for the visiting Leopards. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Seahawks. 1 this inning that's led to a run. Bases still loaded, nobody out. Bases still loaded. That's line off the glove, second base. Force out at second. A run scores. 7-4 the score. But the first out recorded. Now runners at the corners.
Now batting number 37.
As Sophia Straza was able to pick up the ball that caromed off the glove of Christina Braid, so it'll go in as a 4-6 on the force. Brings up Caitlin Howe. Harstick out on the 4-6 force for out number 1. 4 runs in the inning so far for the Leopards. They trailed 4-3 at the start of the top of the 7th and now lead 7-4. How is the 8th batter this inning? Top of the order, Pettinger on deck. Just 1 out. Runners at the corners. Count now 1-2 on Howe. That's up the middle and through. It's a base hit. Scoring another run, 8-4. A 5-run inning. And Fluke will exit. And Alex Kelly will come in to pitch. As we reach the top of the order, Alex Kelly, the starter in game 1, went the full 9 innings. That game was scoreless through 8. Unearned runs coming in the 9th inning. Seahawks are off tomorrow. So Kelly getting in extra work in game 2. As the Seahawks trail now by 4 runs. So Michaud started. Fluke took over in the 4th. And now Kelly pitching here in the 7th with 1 out. So Fluke goes 3 1/3 inning. That slap foul by Pettinger. Kelly's 0-1 also fouled off to the backstop. So Kelly ahead of Pettinger, 0-2. That's grounded past a drawn-in second base. And it'll be a double. By the time it gets back to the infield, Pettinger is on second base. Another run in. Higgins scores. Well, Higgins already scored. Rowe scored from second. Howe is now on third. And Pettinger on second base. 9-4 the score. Still just one out. Runners at second and third. Brianna Beverly, the catcher, started this inning off with a single and scored. Batting for the second time. That's back to Kelly. She'll throw home and get the lead runner. Throw down to third. It's a double play. A 1-2-5 double play. Fielder's choice for Beverly. But the Seahawks have a mountain to climb as they trail 9-4 heading to the bottom of the seventh. Christina Braid leads off with a first pitch line out to Jess Rowe at shortstop.
Now batting for the Seahawks, number 24, Maddie Capetta.
That is out number one in the bottom of the seventh. Seahawks trailing 9-4 after leading 4-3 into the top of the seventh. A 6-run outburst for the Leopards gives them a chance to sweep here, winning the opener 4-2, and now leading here 9-4. Wilks returns as the first baseman after a pinch runner Morin, and pitcher is Erin Hancock. She was the starter and winner in game one, pitching all 9 innings. Looking to finish it here, and a sweep for the Leopards. Strike 3 swinging. So Braid with the line out to short. Strike 3 swinging on Capetta. Brings up designated player Emily Lane with 2 outs and the base is empty. Bottom of the seventh.
Now batting number 4, Emily Lane.
Hancock looking to make 1-2-3 work of the Seahawks here. Lane bunts that foul. 0-1. Foul tip into the mitt. Beverly hangs on. It's strike 2, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Lane. Strike 3 swinging. A 1-2-3 7th inning. The Leopards complete the sweep, winning 4-2 and then 9-4 with a 6-run outburst in the top of the 7th. A back-and-forth battle in Game 2 after an overtime battle in Game 1. Game 1 was 9 innings and a 4-2 final there. In Game 2, it's 7 innings and a 9-4 final. Thanks for joining us on this live broadcast. I'm Ed Habishaw. Have a good night.